byo ngutekereza ni byinshi ariko kandi ni mu gihe dore mbega she urya munsi utangirira amatage ngubabaza babanaga wibagizi yabaye myiza niko byose bisimburana dore uwo mu mata bateze neza akira umutima wihangana
uhora n'ikizere ko hari igihe byose bizashira maze twembi tukabonana uwo mu mata bateze neza mbega shenge urakoma
rwacu rwateye imbere
u Rwanda rwacu
witabara mu gitaramo. Chivergoni yanze konyore nzira yechebozo mu mahembiro go dore beni mana ni beni menyesha baba nari mu ruhango ruhango nananginga dore mu mahembiro gozo mu misoya yayicagira dore beni mana ni beni mejesha nari mu ruhango nananginga dore beni mana ni dore mu mahembiro gozo nari mu ruhango n'abangingare baba dore mu mahembiro dore urwemeza abahezogera amararo dore ugira amararo mu wayaraye dore nari mu ruhango nananginga dore nyiraruyonge yandereje mwa nere ko mutengo
Yo Rwanda
dore nge nare mu ruhango dore urwemeza abahezogera dore ugira amararo dore genze gira dore iwabo wa mama n'amasenge dore iwabo wa mata vonemezozo dore urwemeza abahezogera amararo dore ugira amararo dore ndavuga ikigote ngo nabahizi rero ngizo zirayomba mu mataba ya Nyungwe
wararaye we
inzovu zarapfuye bazigabye igitero
wararaye we
ngizo zirayomba zirayombera hehe ikigoti kireze ngora bahizi rero
wararaye we
ng'inzovu
wararaye we
ngizo zirahumwa zirahumwa wararaye we n'ikigoti kireze ngora bahizi rero wararaye we ngizo zirayomba zirayombira hehe wararaye we zirayomba
murariyo mwaraye bajya kugira impano mwere
mureke dushimire ababyinnyi bacu. So let us applaud for our Honorable Minister of Education, our guest of honor, Governor of the Southern Province, Chair of the Board of the University of Rwanda, Mayor of Huye District, board members, the Vice Chancellor, members of the Senior Management Council of the University of Rwanda, distinguished guests, heads of various institutions present, our PhD graduates, good evening. I'm called Alphonse Mref. I'm the acting principal of the College of Arts and Social Sciences. I'm super privileged to be your moderator this evening. Before we start, I would want to mention in one sentence why we are here. Today is an important day for the University of Rwanda, where we celebrate our students, those who have achieved the highest degree in the field of education. Tomorrow we will be confirming 53 PhD candidates, and I would want us to acknowledge that that is a record number in the history of the University of Rwanda. This is very important because it is a testament that we have added 53 individuals who are capable of conducting research and produce knowledge independently. So we are proud of you. Thank you very much for the milestone you've achieved. Without taking much of your time, I will lead through the agenda of this evening. We will start with another small 3-5 minutes dance so that we can all take our bottles of water to settle in. After that, we will have the principals coming here to introduce to us the PhD candidates that we have. When the principal reads out your name, we kindly request you that you stand up so that you can be recognized. And if one of your supervisors or all of your supervisors are here, we would also invite you to stand up so that we can also celebrate together with you. After that, we will have a speech from students' representatives, and then we will have a speech from supervisors' representatives, after which we will invite the Vice Chancellor to give a congratulatory message and invite for us the guest of honor to deliver his speech. After here, so we have 2 events in one. After here, we will go for dinner, which is served at the rooftop. We will proceed with where the guest of honor, together with our guests, and invite the chair of the Board of Governors to give a word of toast, so that we can start our dinner. So without taking much of the time, I would like to invite the culture troupe, and we are proud of them because these are our students. So we do not only encourage academic education, but also culture and education as a whole, in terms of understanding Rwandan culture and tradition. So get seated. I will come back here inviting my colleagues, principals, to read out our PhD candidates. A small announcement. Someone with a car RAG 075H, please, you've blocked the way. Thank you very much.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Muna mayuru yenzi ye. Nari kugasoro na mutundi wewe washaka. Gira marara nanjye ngira mara mukuyobora yewe mandu we yehaye yewe mandu we yehaye kugasoro na mutendi wewe wabashaka nari kugasoro na mutendi wewe wabashaka uratembuka neza amasonga y'ingabaziza
aho ni wikunda gitoresha
uratembuka neza amasonga y'ingabaziza nahawe ese bagore be aye iyo bagore be aye ye bagore be nawe uratambuka neza amasonga y'ingabo nziza rero y'abagore y'abagore beza nawe se bagore y'abagore abagore beza n'abamagaje rero y'abagore nari ku gasoro na mutendi wowe wabashaka mukari na mwimborero y'abagore yegira urare wararaye mu mirambi kwa kagina nawe ukibyina isamaza yegira urare wararaye mu mirambi kwa kagina nawe ukibyina ntawe ubonye nka rubabaza uriya mwana mbabaje ne rasize umwari mu ruhembe yegira uraraye mu mirambi kwa kagina nawe ukebye neza amaza ureke nkubwire se masaka uzirinde nyerabigwi dore umwicaza mu kirambe mu gitondo akaguca mu mbere wararaye mu mirambi kwa kagina mbonye nka rubabaza uriya mwene mbabaje nde mutsi yamujyanye kubagaho yarasize umwari mu ruhembe uhora wararaye mu mirambi kwa kagina ureke nkubwire se masaka uzirinde nyerabigwi dore umwicaza mu kirambe mu gitondo akaguca mu mbere wararaye mu mirambi kwa kagina ngo nawe warubonye nka rubabaza uriya mwene mbabaje mu munsi yamujyanye kubagaho yarasize umwari ku ruhembe mu mirambi kwa kagina ntawe wararaye mu mirambi kwa kagina nawe cebye nesamaza rero wararaye mu mirambi kwa kagina nawe cebye nesamaza ngo ntawe warubonye nka rubabaza uriya mwene mbabaje mu munsi yamujyanye kubagaho yarasize umwari ku ruhembe uhora wararaye mu mirambi kwa kagina ntawe cebye nesamaza
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to make another announcement. If anyone wants to know where we have the washroom, it is on either of these sides. So our protocol will facilitate. I take this opportunity to invite the principal of the College of Business and Economics.
Guests of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This evening, I am pleased to briefly present to you our 8 PhD candidates that the College of Business and Economics is intending to graduate from its African Center of Excellence in Data Science. It's our pleasure to introduce those 8 candidates from 3 that we graduated last year. The one who are around, once I read your name, please stand up for recognition. There is Francois Mbonyishuti. Francois Mbonyishuti, it's my pleasure to introduce him because he's one of my PhD students, and I want to introduce him. He did a PhD thesis on predictive analytics in health supply chains, machine learning approaches for medicine demand prediction in public health facilities of Rwanda. The next is Roger Muremyi. Roger Muremyi is also a staff of CBE. He did a PhD thesis on predicting out-of-pocket expenditures on health care uses in Rwanda using selective machine learning approaches. Thank you so much. Another one is Berfi Murorunkwere. Berfi Murorunkwere, he presented a PhD thesis on the use of machine learning models to detect tax fraud in Rwanda. I think from his thesis, he has the capacity to show how Rwanda revenue can increase the taxes revenues by using the methodology that he used in her PhD thesis. Thank you so much. The next is Mutai Charles. Mutai Charles, I think he's not around. He's from Kenya. His PhD thesis is machine learning approach to population-based HIV outcome modeling in sub-Saharan Africa. The next is Similien Dagijimana. His thesis, thank you so much. His thesis is on machine learning and spatial modeling of factors associated with under 5 children stunting in Rwanda, evidence from demographic and health survey. It's a second data, but you can see that from the second data, we can produce a very good PhD thesis. Thank you so much. The next is Valence Ngabo Maniragaba. I think he is not around. His thesis was on analysis of epidemiology of undernutrition among under 5 children in Uganda using data analytics. The next is Elize Tuyishime. Elize Tuyishime, thank you so much. His thesis is discrete time closed recapture models for hard to reach population size estimation. Thank you so much. The next is Devi Wizera. His thesis is on deep computational modeling for land and structure monitoring in African using satellite imagery. So those are our 8 candidates from data science, African Center for Data Science. And I want to inform you that those are the 8 from 3 in our last graduation, and we are expecting to have even more for next graduation. Without taking more time, once again, congratulations to this remarkable achievement, and we are excited to see the impact of what you did in your PhD, and they want to see the impact on the real world. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best, the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joseph. We have details in those booklets and in front of us because we cannot present all the details for 53 people, but at least there is a short abstract for every individual candidate. Right, Professor Jean Uwamahoro, Director of the African Center of Excellence for Innovative Teaching and Learning Mathematics and Science, who is here to represent the principal of the College of Education.
Thank you. Guests of honor, Vice Chancellor, invited special guests, all protocol observed, PhD graduates, professors, colleagues, good evening. For the 10th UR graduation ceremony, the College of Education, University of Rwanda has 11 PhD graduates graduating from its 5 various PhD by research program. Allow me to call one by one, and supervisors who are around, please also stand up for recognition. Mr. Silvestre Nabajana, graduating for a PhD in English education, not around. For his PhD research thesis, he deeply analyzed the challenge of disruptive behavior, which is common and cause of concern among young children at lower primary schools. The outcome of his analysis indicates the roots of the problem to be an inappropriate value education, which he proposed to be enhanced through fostering the storytelling. Congratulations to him. Second, Mrs. Innocent Wineza, graduate for a PhD in mathematics education. Not around, apparently. Her PhD research findings brought another contribution to the modern era, a technology-enabled instruction of mathematics. Specifically, she reformulated the strategies for enhanced mathematics classroom activities via use of interactive software in Rwanda primary schools. Congratulations to her. 3, Mr. Shileshe Bisaka, graduate for a PhD in mathematics education. His PhD research focus and findings demonstrated the role and strategies to integrate soft skills for improving and quality mathematics teaching and learning. Mr. Benny Mwile, graduate for a PhD in physics education. Motivated by observed struggle by secondary school in Tanzania to grasp fundamental concepts in physics, Mr. Benny developed a concept inventory to interpret kinematics graph, a useful tool for physics classroom instruction. Congratulations. Mr. Jean Bosco Bugingo, graduate for a PhD in physics education. Key findings from Mr. Bugingo research thesis indicate that a better and quality learning of science, including physics, pass through a better knowledge and application of the nature of science. Mr. Bugingo demonstrated this by intervening via explicit and effective activity-based instruction in Rwanda Secondary School. Congratulations. Mr. Thomas Maplanga, not around, graduating for a PhD in biology education. With a study focus on a sample of secondary school teachers of biology in Zambia. Mr. Maplanga, PhD research outcome confirm and recommend the use of lesson study approach to improve biology teachers' pedagogical content knowledge. Congratulations to him. Mr. Iyamuremye Daniel, graduate for a PhD in mathematics education. He's not around. Unless an appropriate methodology is used, mathematics tends to be more abstract, demotivating, and often cause anxiety among learners. Mr. Iyamuremye, finding from his PhD thesis, demonstrate the effectiveness of using the concrete pictorial abstract approach, particularly within under-resourced rural schools. Congratulations to him. Mrs. Manishimwe Ariette, graduate for a PhD in biology education. She completes a research thesis with focus and findings on inquiry-based learning strategies appropriate to enhance the learner-centered biology classroom to impact student learning gain and attitude. Congratulations. Mrs. Salma Muhammad, graduate for a PhD in mathematics education. She's ill, not around. Salma first evaluated the status and then developed a mathematics teachers enhancement program that is effective to enhance mathematics teachers' pedagogical content knowledge, PCK, with focus on selected secondary school of Zanzibar, Tanzania. I am the main supervisor, and congratulations to her. Mr. Kiria Robert Kent, graduate for a PhD in physics education. Major funding from his PhD research thesis is the development of the physics concept inventory, an assessment and learning tool that is effective to enhance Ugandan secondary school student conceptual understanding of circular motion. This is a unit of mechanics in physics. Congratulations, Kent. Last graduate, Mr. Robert Wakata, graduate for a PhD in mathematics education. His PhD research major findings provide one among strategy to enhance mathematics learning in Uganda secondary school through use of a heuristic problem-solving instructional approach. Congratulations. Once again, a warm congratulations to 11 PhD graduates from the University of Rwanda College of Education.
Thank you very much, Professor Jean. And I want to encourage Professor Juko's excitement because we are here to celebrate. Let me now invite the principal of the College of Medicine and Health Sciences. The floor is yours, sir. And as he comes, I will also remind the supervisors, because as we celebrate students, we are also celebrating your achievement. So if you are around, please kindly stand up to be recognized as well.
Guest of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I am pleased to present the highlights from the research outputs of 8 candidates for PhD from the College of Medicine and Health Science. The first is Dr. Inyabere Alan Jean de la Croix. He investigated the long-term outcomes of the treatment of orthopedic injuries from road traffic accidents in adult patients. The result revealed that 36% of the patients were disabled. Congratulations, thank you. The next one is Nagarambe Robert. He investigated the functional status of persons with lower limb amputations and the role of interprofessional collaboration in rehabilitation. Most lacked prostheses, and 62% of those who with prostheses needed repairs. Thank you. Congratulations. The next one is Nyaranda Mutsa Fortune. I think he's not around. He studied the mental health prognosis, she studied the mental health prognosis of people born from rape committed during the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. She found that these people are likely to suffer from distress, self-stigma, social rejection, and hindered personal growth. Congratulations to her. The next one is Ndoli Ela Larissa. She's not around, I think. Okay, she examined cytokines profile and T-cell transcription in SARS-CoV-2 and malaria patients to identify markers predicting disease severity. She found that elevated interferon gamma and interleukin-6 were associated with more severe cases in both diseases, malaria and COVID. Congratulations to her. The next one is Kairanga Dioden. He conducted his thesis on adolescents with HIV in Rwanda. His study revealed that 46% of those of them struggled with HIV. Key factors for successful living included education, a stable home environment, and social support. Congratulations and thank you. The next one is Nyandui Aliopio, not around. He investigated violence against children aged 13 to 17 years in Rwanda, and he found that over 65% of children experienced abuse. Physical violence is the most reported among boys, while sexual violence more among girls. Congratulations to him. The next one is Umuzinga Providence, not around. evaluated the impact of maternal peer support and healthcare providers' mentorship on perinatal depression in southern Rwanda. The study found that peer support, especially when combined with mentorship, significantly reduced depression symptoms among these pregnant women. Congratulations. The last but not least is Kanyoni Morris. He studied traumatic spinal cord in Rwanda and found 122 new cases with an incidence rate of 22.2% per million, mainly from falls. The study also revealed that cases faced poor community reintegration and quality of life. Thank you. Congratulations. I congratulate all the graduates from College of Medicine and Health Sciences. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Principal Abraham. I may now invite the Principal of the College of Science and Technology, the last but not the least, and the one who has the biggest list.
Thank you. Good evening, guest of honor, distinguished guests, and all invited people. The College of Science and Technology is pleased to introduce to you the 26 PhD graduates from various centers of excellence and schools. And I'm challenged to see if I have to summarize a little bit, but I will try my best. The first to be presented, it is Mukamanzi Florence. Her thesis is about IoT, Internet of Things, for those who do not know, IoT-based source location, privacy preservation, the case of habitat monitoring, monitoring contextual source location privacy preservation protocol which achieve enhanced privacy, network lifetime, and achieving privacy lifetime without influencing latency. It further deals with analyzing the effect of sensors node, radio range, and privacy strength and network longevity. Ask Florence, she will try to explain it a little bit further. Congratulations. Thank you very much, and you can have your seat. The second one is Mukasine Angelique. She investigated machine learning-based predictive modeling with control mechanism for enhanced biogas field yield through Internet of Things enabled sensors. This is basically the application of IoT to optimize the yield of biogas plants. Thank you very much. The third one is Teofrida Julius Maginga. As she's coming, she investigated the convergence of IoT, artificial intelligence, and natural language processing to support low literacy rural farmers in early detection of crop disease. Case study of maize in Tanzania. This is really for the farmers. Thank you very much. The fourth one is Katushabe Caroline. I think she's not around, but I can read this thesis. The thesis about real-time air quality monitoring and development of 3D lung display to create awareness of air pollution impact on health. So you can see the multidisciplinarity. So the fifth one is Maniragua Fidel. If you are in the room, you can stand for recognition. I see not. So the thesis is about monitoring of agricultural pest insect using dual polarization weather radar. So the sixth one is Manishimwe Alozie. In the room? Not. So she investigated morphological and chemical leaf traits of tropical montane tree species and their responses to warming. So you can see application to environment. The seventh one is June Chiaka Levi Ogwike. In the room? Thank you. Welcome. So she researched on decentralized biopower and renewable energy access policy imperative multi-stakeholders criteria. I think it's for energy economics. So her works provided a roadmap to guide the utilization of enormous municipal solid waste volume generated by municipalities. So we have here leaders from municipalities to simultaneously contribute to solving environmental and energy access challenges currently being experienced across sub-Saharan Africa through inclusive policy reviews, recommendations, and implementation for enhanced socio-economic development across the region. Congratulations. The eighth one is Elias Nauzumunsi. Welcome. He investigated IoT-powered smart beekeeping, realization of an intelligent and energy-efficient remote bee monitoring system for increased honey production. Through the research, he demonstrated that we could improve the yield of bee by 33.6% using this technique based on IoT. Congratulations. The ninth one is Emmanuel Lule. In the room? If not, you can read the title. He worked on design and application of fuzzy logic optimization technique in early fire detection for low-cost fire detection systems using the IoT-based platform case of local markets in East Africa. So we have the 10th candidate is Vienna N. Katambire. In the room? Not. So the thesis is about efficient vehicle-to-infrastructure system for enhancing road safety in fastest growing cities. So this is about smart transportation. The 11th is Abineza Claudine, not in the room, but the thesis is about the design and implementation of predictive models and a decision support system for COPD patient management based on the pulse oximetry protocol. 12 is Joanne Tariwabo. Thank you. Welcome, Joanne. Her thesis is about synthesis of and characterization of hematite-based nanorod for photoelectrochemical water splitting. This work explores how the variation of seed layer precursor concentration affects the performance of hydrothermally synthesized nanorod. Her findings indicate the morphological, structural, optical, and PEC behavior of hematite NR prepared on spin-coated hematite seed layer. Congratulations. So the 13th is Christine Musanase. Welcome, Christine. She investigated on IoT-based soil nutrients monitoring, crop and fertilizer recommendation using machine learning techniques. Her research study aimed at developing an Internet of Things system for monitoring the soil nutrients and pH, chemical elements present in specific soil, and recommending suitable crops and fertilizer based on soil fertility, availability, to reduce expenditure wastes on fertilizer inputs, save time for chemical analysis experts, improve soil quality, and increase agricultural yield. Congratulations. 14th is Aban Aik. Welcome to Aban Aik. She investigated off-grid renewable energy solution for electricity generation in South Sudan. You can see the supervisor, Professor Ijumba Nelson. So, thank you very much, Professor Ijumba, for your leadership and mentorship. Her research aimed to investigate the technical and economic feasibility of off-grid renewable energy systems in South Sudan. As solar, wind, and small hydropower resources were first assessed using various methodology, and the best off-grid system was then selected based on available resources. Finally, a techno-economic model of the best off-grid system was developed and compared with diesel generation. Thank you very much. Congratulations. 15th is Catland Richard. Welcome, Richard. Richard worked on techno-economic analysis of solar photovoltaic mini-grid for enhancement of sustainable livelihoods of remote communities, case study of Uganda. The research assessed the state of the art of mini-grid in Africa and beyond, and the installation and operation of mini-grid in Uganda. The result indicated the strength and opportunities of mini-grid and how hybridized mini-grid system increase reliability and reduce emissions and cost, hence enhancing sustainable livelihood in remote communities. Thank you very much. 16th, we have Ange Cynthia Umuhire. Welcome, Ange. Ms. Umuhire worked on characterization of corona mass ejection using solar radio bursts. The project focused on spatial temporal characterization and analysis of corona mass ejection using physical parameter of associated type 2 bursts emitted at higher frequencies. The research found that majority of the CME's solar sources associated with higher starting frequency solar radio bursts are located in the solar latitude range of 25 degrees, corresponding to the active region belt. Congratulations. 17th is Fides Kundi Mkomba. Welcome. Ms. Mkomba worked on household analysis of energy poverty inequalities and transitions, a cross-country case study of Rwanda and Malawi. The study examined household energy poverty inequalities and transition to understand the magnitude of energy poverty problems, coupled energy transition challenge in domestic sectors. The multidimensional energy poverty analysis revealed that Rwanda has less deprivation in multidimensional energy poverty compared to Malawi, which seemed to have more deprivation in multidimensional energy poverty. Thank you. 18th is Gatoto Placide in the room. Welcome, Placide. Gatoto worked on an investigation of wind energy potential for Burundi using in situ measurements coupled with GIS-based mathematical modeling and fuzzy logic tools. In his research, fuzzy analytic hierarchy process was employed to identify optimal wind farm location based on factors like wind speed and land use. The findings show that Bujumbura and the western region near Lake Tanganyika have strong wind energy potential. Thank you. 19 is Maurice Kaitare. Welcome, Kaitare. Yes. Mr. Kaitare worked on the design of solar PV plants in Rwanda and their financial viability. The research investigated the optimal design of PV plants and their financial viability for rural electrification and e-farming in Rwanda. The research developed PV system design tailored to the specific energy needs of rural electrification and e-farming. Thank you very much. 20th is Desire Nsekanabo. Welcome, Nsekanabo. He worked on evaluating the contribution of renewable energy on economic growth of sub-Saharan Africa. The research examined the link between economic growth and renewable energy consumption from 1990 to 2017 using economic models. Findings revealed a long-term association between energy consumption and GDP per capita, with renewable energy positively affecting growth. However, biomass energies effect on GDP vary by countries. Thank you. 21st graduate is David Nkurunziza. Welcome, Nkurunziza. David Nkurunziza, who is also a lecturer at the University of Rwanda College of Science and Technology, worked on pedestrian safety and mobility in relation to road networks for the city of Kigali. The research evaluated the mobility and safety issue of pedestrians that affect their free movement in Kigali. The methodology collected measurable data on selected roads to identify pedestrian challenge, consulted existing road master plan and standards, and collected visual data at specific crossing sites for investigating drivers' stopping behavior and pedestrians' crossing habits. Findings indicate that Kigali urban road network infrastructure affects pedestrian safety. Thank you. 22nd is Serem Noah Kimutai. Welcome, Mr. Kimutai. Mr. Kimutai made a research on analysis of power quality of grids integrated with power from renewable energy sources. The research aimed at providing information to the Kenya Power Company for future renewable energy generation and grid connection of the power from the source. And the research work analyzed the effect of connecting power from 3 sources into national grid system in Kenya. Thank you. So the 23rd is Darius Muizere. Welcome, Darius. Mr. Muizere worked on power control and instability mitigation in Kigali National Grid. The research addressed issues related to communication delays and cyber attack, which affect protection coordination and overall grid stability. Using simulation models like the IEEG West 10 machine system and IEEE 14 bus system, new algorithm and control strategy were developed to mitigate the issues. The results show that advanced optimization techniques and nonlinear control strategy effectively reduce negative impacts on power quality, providing insight for improving grid reliability and resilience. Thank you. 24th, we have Gasore Joffre. Gasore Joffre? In the room? Not. Gasore worked on sustainability of small-scale hydropower with case evidence from Rwanda. And the study employed a nested methodological framework combining descriptive analysis, field surveys, and machine learning for flow rate prediction at Seveya River as a case study of a tropical river. The study found the critical sustainability challenges of small-scale hydropower plants in Rwanda as a reduction in river discharge, high sediment volumes, and grid-related outage. 25th is Eric Nizeimana. Welcome, Mr. Nizeimana. Mr. Nizeimana worked on decentralized blockchain air pollution spikes monitoring framework over intelligent IoT edge networks. The research introduced a decentralized blockchain-based framework integrated IoT edge network to enhance data accuracy, security, and timeliness using machine learning models to predict pollution trends. Thank you. Last but not least is Asingwire Barbara Kabwiga. Thank you. As you are welcoming Ms. Kabwiga, she worked on architectural design of IoT-based healthcare heterogeneous traffic, performance analysis, and optimization. The study designed an IoT healthcare architecture utilizing long-range technology to alleviate the challenges of developing countries affected by limited resources and performed a performance analysis for a heterogeneous multi-server priority queuing system. The developed LoRa-based network architecture outperforms the 4G-based network architecture in terms of energy efficiency. Thank you very much, Kabwiga. That is all, and I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much. That was a quick learn. A guest of honor, in these 53 candidates, we have 34 Rwandans and 19 international students. Among them, 18 women and 35 men. Ordinarily, we would be inviting you here to give a layman's presentation of your work, but we know you've done a lot. You've worked on your research, you've made a presentation, and it is now our turn to celebrate you. I want to congratulate you once again, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow being confirmed. I want now to invite representatives. As the master of ceremony, I gave myself a responsibility of choosing who is going to represent you, because you couldn't all of you come here. We know you have a lot to say. I will invite Muziga Providence and Mr. Selem Noah. I invite now Muziga Providence to come forward.
Thank you, MC. Honorable Minister of Education, Chairperson of University of Rwanda Board of Directors, Governor of the Southern Province, Vice Chancellor, Principals, all colleges, respected professors, faculty, honored guests, family and friends, and of course my fellow graduate, good evening. It's a great honor to stand before you this evening as we celebrate this momentous occasion with culmination of years of dedication, hard work, and resilience. Whether we are completing our undergraduate or postgraduate studies, today marks the end of our journey and the beginning of a new chapter in our lives. I speak today not just for myself, but on behalf of each and every one of you who sit here and our colleagues who will be coming tomorrow, filled with pride, anticipation, and perhaps even a little apprehension about the future. We've all traveled different roads to get here. Some of us pursuing the lowest academic education programs, others masters or even PhDs. But despite our diverse paths, we share a common bond. The University of Rwanda has been a place where we have grown, learned, and transformed. Our time at the University of Rwanda has been marked by challenges, both personal and collective. We have experienced academic struggles, long nights of studying, and pressure of deadlines. Some of us juggled jobs, family responsibilities, and the other personal commitment alongside our studies. But through it all, we persevered. We have learned to be resilient. Something I believe defines our generation of students. We pursued our studies through times of uncertainty, including a global pandemic that's disrupted our education worldwide. Yet here we are stronger than ever, ready to take on whatever challenges lie ahead. The lessons we have learned during our time here extend far beyond textbooks and the classrooms. We have learned to adapt, to innovate, and to collaborate with one another. And in doing so, we have become better prepared to navigate the complexities of the world we are about to enter. One of the most beautiful aspects of our time at the University of Rwanda has been the diversity of our experiences. We come from different regions, different backgrounds, different fields of study. Some of us focused on health sciences, others on engineering, business, education, or the arts. Some pursued groundbreaking research, while others focused on practical skills that directly impact our communities. In our diversity, we have found strengths. We have been part of a collective effort to build knowledge that will drive the future of our nation in Rwanda, as well as the regional and international community. The connections we have made, both personal and professional, will stay with us long after today's ends. We are living here not just with degrees, but with a network of people who inspire us to continue learning and growing. But as we move forward, let us remember that success is not just measured by personal achievement, but how we contribute to the well-being of others. Rwanda, and indeed the world, needs compassionate leaders, individuals who not seek progress for themselves, but for the greater good. Let us be those leaders. Let us strive to create a future where innovation, equity, and compassion are at the forefront of all that we do. Before I close, I want to take a moment to express our collective gratitude to the government of Rwanda through the University of Rwanda leadership. Thank you for providing us the opportunity for growth and for supportive learning environment. To the professors, academic staff, thank you for your guidance, your wisdom, and your unwavering commitment to our education. You have challenged us to think critically, to question the status quo, and to strive for excellence. To our families, friends, we owe you a debt of gratitude that words cannot fully express. You have been our pillars of strength. Today, as we celebrate our achievement, we share this moment with you. For we could not have done it without you, your love and encouragement. And finally, my fellow graduates, thank you for being part of this journey, for sharing in the challenges and the successes, and for creating a community that I am proud to have been a part of. As we embark on the next stage of our lives, let us remember that our education does not end here. Learning is a lifelong journey, and the world is full of opportunities to continue growing and contributing. So let us go forward with the courage and the confidence, knowing that we are well prepared to face whatever comes next. Let us be the change makers, the innovators, and the leaders that Rwanda and the world need. Congratulations, class of 2024. This is just the beginning. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I invite now Mr. Selem Noah. The floor is yours.
The guest of honor, all other dignitaries present, the management of the University of Rwanda, staff of the University of Rwanda, and my colleagues, PhD graduates. Good evening. My name is Mr. Serem Noah, and I am a Kenyan who will be soon awarded a Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Power Systems from University of Rwanda under the Center of Excellence of Energy for Sustainable Development. To earn a PhD, as my colleagues can attest, requires hard work, dedication, and passion in one's field of research. In our studies, we proposed and did research that sought to solve problems affecting us, our countries, and the world in general. The researches we've done as PhD students, now graduates, will help in improving the development of African countries where we are all from, and in meeting the 7 Sustainable Development Goals. For instance, referring to my research, which was on connecting electrical power generated from multiple renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and small hydros into existing grids while maintaining the required power quality standards. One of the grids considered was the Kenyan system, whose results were meant to provide information to the power company on how and where the power can be interconnected with the grid. This research work, if implemented, would get rid of frequent blackouts and increase the power available for industrialization in our developing countries. Some of the challenges faced by those of us who came from outside Rwanda was a bit of language barrier in the streets at the start of the program. But with time, we learned, starting from such words such as Murakose, Mwiriwe, Maramutse, and many others. On behalf of PhD graduates, I would like to thank the government of Rwanda, in conjunction with the World Bank, for the provision of resources ranging from tuition fees, conference attendance, and publication fees, to space, facilities, infrastructure. I would also like to thank the staff of University of Rwanda for the support they accorded to us, organizing training sessions, conferences, choice of supervisors, and provision of a conducive environment for learning and research. To my colleague graduates, thank you for the hard work and the spirit of working as a group to assist one another. And I think the fruits of that can now be seen. Congratulations. Lastly, we thank the Almighty God for the gift of life and good health, because without that, we would not have reached this far. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much. I will now invite again, in my authority, I invite Professor Gabriel Nizeimana, on behalf of other supervisors, to say a word.
Guest of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to speak on behalf of my colleague, PhD supervisors, this evening. I am Gabriel Nizeimana. First and foremost, I am extremely thankful to the government of Rwanda, to the management of UR, and other collaborative institutions who provided everything which was needed to make this PhD journey a success. Your academic, financial, and emotional support was needed, and it was more than valuable in this long journey. Thousand thanks to funders of our PhD programs through the Centers of Excellence and the World Bank. Dear colleague supervisors, thank you for your time and the support provided to the graduates towards the successful completion of their PhD studies. Dear PhD graduates, we are celebrating not just the completion of a degree, but the culmination of years of tireless effort, sacrifice, and intellectual growth. Your determination to push the boundaries of knowledge has led you to this well-deserved achievement, this highest academic degree. In addition, I will highlight that the PhD supervision is very hard. It is a very hard task, harder than pushing a 1-ton stone. It goes beyond the roles and the responsibilities of both supervisors and supervisees, as it embraces passion and vocation. Without this, as academician, we will live a permanent psychological burnout. We are proud of the work that we do as supervisors in our good university, hoping to work more and produce more competent PhD graduates who will positively transform our country and the world at large in improved working environment. The culture of PhD supervision, shaped by academic rigor, intellectual collaboration, mentorship, and professional development, will help achieving the mission of UR. To continue improving the PhD supervision work at UR, some best practices shall be emphasized on and formally implemented, such as mentorship culture, communities of practice among supervisors, among supervisees, dissertation support group for progression rate, and regular PhD sessions for peer learning. Guest of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as supervisors, we are ready to commit ourselves and get more UR PhD graduates for our country and beyond. I thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much. I just realized that my colleagues, I think as we come closer to the guest of honor, they thought that we needed to have where to speak from. But Honorable Minister, when time comes, you're free to also freestyle. I want now to invite our Vice Chancellor to give a congratulatory message and invite our guest of honor.
Honorable Minister of Education and our guest of honor tonight, Honorable Governor of the Southern Province, Honorable Mayor of Huye District, the Chairperson, the Chairman of your Board of Governors, Honorable Members of Board of Governors of UR, colleagues, dear principals, distinguished guests, faculty members, staff, and most importantly, our wonderful graduates we are celebrating this evening. A very good evening. I think, Honorable Minister, the organizers of this event are quite smart, because I had requested them to be very informal, but they insisted that I read a speech, and I think they wanted me to budget for my time, because that's the only way you can limit my emotions for the evening. We are here this evening to recognize the accomplishment of our 53 PhD graduates, yet to be graduates. And we are here celebrating that hard work, the culmination of years of dedication, perseverance, and intellectual rigor. The University of Rwanda is immensely proud of you, the PhD graduates, that we have gotten to celebrate this quite big number. It is not just a number, but a number that is composed of wonderful women and men who have really invested their time, their energy, their intellect, their commitment to getting to where we are today as we celebrate you. The University of Rwanda is immensely proud, and we are renewing our commitment to excellence in research and graduate education to continue as unwavering. At the University of Rwanda, we boast about the number of PhD graduates that continues to rise year after year. Having graduated, and every time I get reminded of this, I feel not doubly proud, but I don't know how many folds. Just 2013, the academic year 2013-2014, we were able to graduate only 2 PhD graduates. Honorable Minister, this evening we are celebrating 53. In the same year, academic year 2013-2014, of course, of the 2, none of them was out of the borders. Today, we are, as we have been informed, we have more than, I think, 19 international students, international graduates. That's also something to celebrate this evening. For this, thank you so much. For this, I would like to highlight the significant role that has been played by our great centers of excellency that have nurtured you our PhD graduates, but also facilitated in funding for your research, the supervision, and tuition fees to support your great journey that you have ended this evening. Worthy noting that from the merger of the University of Rwanda with other, getting to the University of Rwanda, a lot has been done, especially when it comes to research and, of course, education trainings. But each year, we see new developments. Each year, we see new applications coming in for those who want to be part of the University of Rwanda community, whether as students, but also as faculty. This year alone, for the undergraduate program, the first years, we registered more than 700 foreign students. That's, it's unimaginable if you compare how we were 10 years back. These centers of excellency have also more than tripled the enrollment of foreign students, but also have increased the enrollment of even local students. But Honorable Minister, we are a bit worried about how to sustain this. The growth is worrying, but means a lot when it comes to the demand for funding for research. Most of these centers of excellence, as was earlier mentioned, are either World Bank funded or the African Development Bank funded, or regionally, like in the ESC, funded. Of course, there is also a very promising growth of our own local PhDs growing from departments, but it is not comparable to that is coming from these centers of excellency. We are therefore praying that the government finds pleasure and interest in continuing to fund our research at the University of Rwanda, including the support for our PhD programs. It is a fact that among the 9 centers of excellence that you are, there are 4 World Bank funded centers that produce a bigger number of graduates. Most of these, especially when we had this big number from the College of Science and Technology, they were always being mentioned as graduates from the centers of excellence, either IoT or Center for Sustainable Energy and many others, but they are mainly from these centers of excellence. We believe that with the support of government, this will be sustained. There is no doubt that investing in education, you expect greater results, not just limited to our geographical areas, Republic of Rwanda, but even beyond. And so we really pray that the government continues and multiplies many folds the research funding to ensure that our endeavors are sustained. Dear PhD graduates, as you embark on your different careers, I know your speeches, the speeches from your representatives, you could feel like there is that kind of, I may say, a fear, but I would not expect it from you. You are all big men and women. Most of you have been also working, and you are just going to enhance your performance by what you've been working on, or even more. I would expect that you are stronger even to encourage those who are below you, the undergraduates and master's graduates, to work harder even to come to where you are. But if you show your fears, then you might be discouraging those that are below you to find your route as the best. I'm sure that you have enjoyed your stay, your training, your research, and as was said by the moderator, you will be confirmed tomorrow as, I don't want to say scientific adults, but those who are capable of independently working, researching confidently, and most likely, I think it was said by your supervisors, you are now capable of taking on their mantles. Maybe this is threatening to your supervisors, but yes, again, you'll take the mantle under their supervision. That guarantees that you are still there and even more relevant, because you are now going to be teaching them, mentoring them on how to supervise as you did with them. Honorable guest of honor, one other thing that we can celebrate this evening is the number of women. And more importantly, how most of them turned up for this evening if you compare them with men. Congratulations, dear women. More to that, honorable guest of honor, most of them, if not all, are into science. And thank you for demystifying that science that was so many years ago, especially during when I went to school, when it was said that women are not meant for science. And by that, I wanted to relate with women then. And I did not go for science, and I went for non-science. So congratulations that you have now demystified that kind of myth where we thought women cannot afford mathematics, women cannot afford engineering, and the likes. Thank you very much, and I believe you are going to inspire so many young girls, young women to joining science. As I said, they obliged me to get formal so that I may not take too much of your time. And the best part of my task this evening is to invite you, Honorable Minister, our guest of honor, to come and give a word on this great evening in appreciation of our great graduates, but also these wonderful professors who did this great work to producing the graduates before you. You are most welcome, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. Honorable Governor of Southern Province, Honorable Mayor of Huye, Chair of the Board of Governors of UR, Vice Chancellor of University of Rwanda, distinguished university leaders, faculty and staff, dear PhD graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my great honor to stand before you tonight to celebrate the outstanding accomplishment of the PhD graduate who marked yet another milestone in the history of the University of Rwanda. Since its establishment, the university has seen remarkable growth, and today the increasing number of PhD holders serves as a testament to our collective commitment to academic excellence and innovation. I believe, if I heard right, this is the highest number of PhD graduates that we've achieved to date. So thank you very much for that accomplishment.
I'll take this moment to challenge the VC. While I celebrate the number of women, I also noticed that it's 19, was it 19 out of 53. So we have not yet achieved even parity. So we have a lot of work to do still. So we celebrate the accomplishment and the milestone, but we continue because we are not yet there. The introduction of PhD training at the University of Rwanda has had a transformative impact not only within the institution itself, but also across the nation. These scholars we celebrate tonight are part of a new generation of thought leaders whose contribution are instrumental in shaping the socio-economic landscape of Rwanda and establishing the engine that's going to drive the country to achieving Vision 2050 that was established by His Excellency, the President of the Republic. Allow me to highlight a few ways in which their work is marking a difference. One, advancing knowledge and innovation. Our PhD graduates have been at the forefront of research, generating new knowledge, driving innovation, and developing technologies that fuel economic growth. Their contribution extends across a variety of fields, enhancing Rwanda's competitiveness at the global stage. Two, addressing the national challenges. Through rigorous academic training, PhD scholars at the University of Rwanda are developing the critical thinking, the problem solving required to address some of our nation's most pressing challenges, be it climate change, public health crisis, or socio-economic inequalities. Three, building a skilled workforce. The PhD program at the university has been instrumental in producing high-skilled workforce that is essential for advancing, for the advancement of the key sectors such as education, healthcare, technology, and industry. These graduates are boosting productivity, enhancing Rwanda's overall capacity to innovate. Fourth, fostering partnership and economic growth. PhD training fosters collaboration between academia and industry, leading to the commercialization of research, the transfer of knowledge, the creation of new enterprises. Such partnerships are essential for driving sustainable economic development. Fifth and last that I would cite, influencing evidence-based policy. Many of our PhD holders have gone on to shape evidence-based policymaking within the government of Rwanda and elsewhere. This is crucial for effective governance and social progress in our country and across Africa. Their work in policy development is helping to create a more equitable and prosperous Africa. Beyond this achievement, we must also recognize the role of PhD program, the role that it plays in enhancing Rwanda's international standing in research, science, and technology. By producing experts who contribute to global knowledge, we attract foreign investment, foster international collaboration, further Rwanda's reputation as a hub of excellence in higher education and research. As we celebrate today's graduates, we are reminded of a critical role they continue to play in driving Rwanda's vision towards a knowledge-based economy. We look forward to their contribution to the transformative journey that our country has undertaken. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. And I think you all agree with me that this was a marathon of speeches. And it is now time to invite our culture troupe to entertain us as we transition to our dinner. So this is just for the transition for our dinner. I will request our PhD graduates to remain behind because we are preparing for you a surprise. I will come back to invite you. And our professors will be among those who will go first so that we can receive our PhD graduates. So now I invite the culture troupe to take on this interlude. Thank you very much.
Ngwino, 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 ngwino urebe.
Birebera u Rwanda nduru yanjye.
Ngwino, 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 ngwino urebe.
Birebera u Rwanda nduru yanjye.
Yewe Rwanda we.
Birebera u Rwanda nduru yanjye.
Uwo mamagara naza we.
Inkomoko
ya byose dore n'amahoro. Isangano z'ingufu zubaka
u Rwanda.
Irebere Rwanda. Aba bakobwa n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Aba bahungu n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Indangamuco n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Yewe Rwanda we.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Uwamamagara naza we.
Inkomoko ya byose dore n'amahoro. Isangano ry'ingufu zubaka u Rwanda.
Irebere u Rwanda n'uru yanjye. Gebe baya n'uru yanjye. Imisozi n'uru yanjye. Amataba n'uru yanjye. Yewe u Rwanda we.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Uwamamagara naza we. Inkomoko ya byose dore n'amahoro. Isangano z'ingufu zubaka u Rwanda. Irebera
u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Aba bahungu n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Amashuri n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Kaminuza n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Yewe Rwanda we.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Uwamamagara naza we.
Inkomoko
ya byose dore n'amahoro. Isangano ry'ingufu zubaka u Rwanda. Irebere
u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Uzadusore n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Ngeberonga n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Imisozi n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Ngebebaya n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Wayewe Rwanda we.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Uwamamagara naza we. Inkomoko ya byose dore n'amahoro. Isangano z'ingufu zubaka u Rwanda.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Abayobozi n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Kagame Paul n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Amashuri n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Amavuriro n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Yewe Rwanda we.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Uwamamagara naza we.
Inkomoko ya byose dore n'amahoro. Isangano z'ingufu zubaka u Rwanda.
Irebera
u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
Irebera u Rwanda n'uru yanjye.
zaharaye
ngahore uraraye nanone
wararaye rugamba mugabo wananiye abagambanye
ngahore urara
nahore wararaye nanone inka yacu n'umukara runyahagira nduru n'umukara inyamibwa mu bakobwa iziroshemo iyo ururahamba ruteye yonse ebyiri ngahore warara nahore wararaye nanone ngo ndivugira amareba amarembo magari nka zaha agacinyana ngo ndivugira ibihogo ngo n'inka yimarirwa kuhubarusha nahore warara nahore wararaye nanone ngo nuje rugamba mugabo wananiye abagambanye nahore nahore wararaye nanone inka yacu n'umukara runyagira nduru n'umukara nyamibwa mu bakobwa izirushe ngo iyo ururamba ruteye yonse ebyiri nahore wararaye nanone ngo nkaraba amagaju mukumbure twimariye irungu subiza amaboko inyuma nkugaruze bugondo bwa byano nahore warara nahore wararaye nanone nahore wararaye nanone wararaye rugamba mugabo wananiye abagambanyi ngo ndivugira ibihogo ngo n'inka zimbarusha abahizi nahore warara nahore wararaye nanone nahore bunyurwe ngo narumenera nahore warara nahore wararaye nanone
uhumura Rwanda nziza uhumura
humura nganda
yehe uhumura Rwanda nziza uhumura nganda je uhumura Rwanda nziza ya uhumura nganda je uhumura Rwanda nziza igihugu cyiza dore mwambariye ndi inkingi wegamiye Rwanda ndi inkingi wegamiye yehe humura Rwanda nziza humura ngabona yehe humura Rwanda nziza humura ngabona
yehe
umutima utera n'umwami mu gitereko
yego rwose ngaho nimugwire inyindisha izo ni indangamuco z'u Rwanda mwakagira imana humura Rwanda nziza humura humura
yehe humura Rwanda nziza
yegosha
Rwanda nziza humura humura ngaho ndaje
humura Rwanda nziza humura humura ngaho ndaje
humura Rwanda nziza humura humura ngaho ndaje
humura Rwanda
nziza humura humura ngaho ndaje humura Rwanda nziza humura humura ngaho ndaje humura Rwanda nziza ahubwo rero
humura humura ngaho ndaje
humura Rwanda nziza
humura humura ngaho ndaje
humura Rwanda nziza
humura humura ngaho ndaje humura Rwanda
nziza
humura humura ngaho ndaje
humura Rwanda humura humura ngaho ndaje humura Rwanda nziza humura humura ngaho ndaje humura
yegosha
Rwanda nziza humura humura ngaho ndaje humura
Rwanda
nziza humura humura ngaho ndaje humura
yegosha
Rwanda nziza humura humura ngaho ndaje
humura Rwanda nziza humura humura ngaho ndaje
humura Rwanda nziza
humura humura ngaho ndaje
humura Rwanda nziza
humura humura ngaho ndaje
humura
Rwanda nziza humura humura ngaho
Nyaruguru 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 we Nyaruguru 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 we Nyaruguru Nyaruguru
yegosha izana indangamuco z'u Rwanda bakagira
n'abashashe babasebyo Nyaruguru we Nyaruguru we Nyaruguru 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 we
yegosha
Nyaruguru Nyaruguru Nyaruguru
Nyaruguru we Nyaruguru we
kumwanzi uzakwangara akagwiza arakagwiza inyuma y'ishyamba arakagwibamba n'ishyamba ejo mu gitondo rizamurye mu nda Nyaruguru we Nyaruguru we Nyaruguru 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 we Nyaruguru 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 we
Nyaruguru we
Nyaruguru we canitara canitara
yegosha niburiya mara y'abanyakugira imana
canitara
yegosha yegosha cyanize
wagasaza
yegosha
ashira amahanga
mama we
kasanze inkumi iryamye kati ibyukunyoza ibirenge urakozwa na Nyabarongo
ayiwe Nyabarongo umugezi utemba
oramami warere none oramami warere none oramami warere none oramami
warere none
sinarizi ukwinzara nabibwiwe nanjye nabone
ora mami orere none, ora mami orere none.
Kwiringira kwibesha,
kwiringira inkumi mu nzu,
ukibesha muramaza, byari bikaguta mu nzu. Ora mami orere none, ora mami orere none,
ora mami orere none,
ora mami orere none. Uhumura humeka izi, uhumura nshuti yanjye, kandi uhumura nshuti nkunda. Naho rero mama we nzajya inama nane,
noneho nzajya inama nziza n'abavandimwe n'inshuti, nzajya inama nande,
nzajya inama nane.
iyizire
humura nkumi nziza, turataramana namwe, agati gaturike. Naho rero mama nzajya inama nane,
noneho nzajya inama nziza n'abavandimwe n'inshuti, nzajya inama nande. yafasha
kwimama cyunda, mwihera agashyushyu, nguzimanire ntorere. Naho rero
nzajya inama nande, noneho nzajya inama nziza n'abavandimwe n'inshuti, nzajya inama nande.
kwimama cyunda, mwihera agashyushyu, ngongere ikivuguto. Naho rero mami nzajya
inama nande, noneho nzajya inama nziza n'abavandimwe n'inshuti, nzajya inama nande. iyizire
abakobwa b'iwacu,
abakobwa b'iwacu ni beza cyane, ntibagira uburyarya, shenge bahorana urugwi. n'abakobwa b'iwacu barakagwira, urasohoka udatinya, seruke bakurebe, maze shenge ugahiga intwari. Inseko yawe irera, nyabusanze kera ngushushanye, ishenge nseko yashushanye, kandi nkugabire gato.
mareba temba wa maribori, naramubonye agoroye itimero,
akebutsa ndendo y'icyo kibibi cyamubimbuye mu buranga,
kikamurangiza mu gituza, kikamutembera mu mukondo.
numva inkongi ndende mikobe, ikibatsi cy'imama mu gihugu. igicaniro cy'urukundo yarugukwiza rugakwiyoza, nunakangutse nk'urwego ukambwite ngeza rugatwika, ukumurerembo ugashora uruhimbi, ukumurerembo ugashora uruhimbi, ijoro rikimukokemura, uwanyira nura n'ibihinda, akama umwanya wo kumuhemba. namuhera bugiwamora, umunsi ukeranyemo jyewe, naramubonye avuna umuringa, ndabutswe atangira akaririmbo, Tanzari, Yogo Zandatu.